Purell. I believe that it kills the virus from the inside out.
I heard something like that too.
After this, I'm going to have a light snack of UV light bulbs.
Mm.
You know, the best part is those urinal cakes. You know, that taste amazing, really.
But those aren't disinfectants.
It works.
Doesn't matter, it still works.
Okay, welcome to our 37th episode. I guess we're stopping at 50. That's a nice round number. Then the people are tired of us. So with me, Will Panda, and Charlie, who is on a space station somewhere above Australia, apparently.
The Star Destroyer.
He's the Star Destroyer. And Ricardo, who cut his hair, obviously.
My wife cut my hair, but I appreciate the compliment, thinking that I'm capable of this.
It sounds zzz, and that's it. And Samson Mamau, who's hiding his hair because it's too long.
It is.
In his office with his transformer and stuff, and his line in the back. So I have this problem. So my hair is like extremely long. I don't think it's ever been this long. So how is the lockdown affecting all of you guys? So for me, should we play
the intro first before we start talking?
That's a good suggestion.
It's a question for the guy that is controlling the intro, if he can actually do it.
Yeah,
well,
and it's very hard. It's very difficult to time it because
Okay, I'm gonna play it now.
Magical crypto. The best thing to do is simply to hodl. What's a young pony to do in a sea of shady ICOs? Alliance courage can light up even the darkest of shadows. Unlike the corporate suits, the whale panda is wise. A chicken dreams about the moon while soaring in the skies. As Bitcoin sees new all-time highs. So, all around me I see big blockheads. Magical crypto. The best thing to do is simply to hodl. We'll always buy the dip, and we'll always be the best of the rest.
5 more seconds. Okay, and we're back.
Welcome back. So for me personally, my personal drama during this lockdown is not being able to go to the hairdresser. We've been in lockdown in Belgium. We've been in lockdown for 40 days now, and the 18th of May we're allowed to go back to hairdresser and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
if I drink this is safe, right? Like just.
You'll shit bubbles.
Only a little bit.
You won't die.
Okay, now I understand why we were flagged as not kid friendly anymore on YouTube. Oh, okay.
Because we're encouraging children to drink sanitizer.
Well, that too, and because I used the S word.
I think it was the prison wallet episode that flagged us.
Okay. So how is lockdown affecting you guys? Are you okay? Are you safe? What's going on?
I have the same problem you have, which is I need to cut my hair, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna grow it out. It's getting pretty long now too, but I don't really want to cut it myself like Rick, or cut that short.
Yeah,
you also don't want what you're trying to say is you don't want my wife cutting your hair.
Your wife can't cut my hair because she's under lockdown.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't think my wife would cut your hair under other circumstances either. Hey, I'm just guessing.
I'm sure she did a good job, but
she tried. She tried very hard. Tried her best. We're on we're on day 30 of like a proper national lockdown in South Africa. And from May the 1st, they lower it from a level 5 lockdown to a level 4 lockdown, which means that restaurants can now reopen and do deliveries, and there's some other stuff. But what they have added, which is going to be interesting on a level 4 lockdown, is a curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So, and they've deployed 73,000 additional military troops to make sure that you are at your house after 8 p.m.
Will they physically check that you're at home, or you have like some sort of app that you need to install?
No, you don't need to install an app, but they are using cell phone tracking. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I assume they'll just like have 73,000 or nearly 80,000 with the existing lot of defense force people. I think they'll just have the army like randomly patrolling the street, and if they see you out after 8 p.m., they shoot first, ask questions later. I have no idea.
Well, Fluffy, I guess you can just put on your army uniform cosplay and just go outside.
Guys, part of prepping is not buying an army uniform. Come on.
It's not?
You didn't prep well enough.
Clearly. I
You
forgot
should be ready
something.
for any situation, obviously.
So the 70,000 troops are going to be social distancing when they patrol, or are they going to patrol 2 meters apart from one another, or?
Pretty sure that the rules don't apply when you're part of the military. You know, then you don't have to worry about it. Like it's the virus doesn't infect you. It looks at you and it goes, "Oh dear, he's got a gun," and backs off.
It respects the
I believe
authority.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
Uh,
And I believe they're also going to have daily injections of, Purell
Bleach.
or Dettol. Yeah, bleach. Problem solved.
Actually, that would solve the problem very fast. Yeah.
So yeah, I for one welcome our new overlords. It's going to be interesting living in a country with a curfew.
Well, for Canada, it's not that bad. We are kind of under lockdown. We're advised to stay home, but we don't have to. We can still go out. So I'm still at the office now. But everything's closed. So by default, there's really nowhere to go. So that's the lockdown.
But I mean, you can go to your friend's house, for example, which you can't do here.
Yeah. But you don't have friends aside from us, right?
Okay.
Shots fired.
Well, for me, I'm stuck in this spaceship. So if I go outside, I can't breathe. So I'm stuck in here.
It was not smart to go up in space all by yourself also.
Yeah, it's empty. I thought Kylo Ren would be here, but I can't find him.
For us, it's still basically the same thing. But we actually had deliveries all the time, so we didn't have that issue. We don't have a curfew or something, so it's not that bad. But if they like get you to a non-necessary trip with your car, then they can fine you the first time and throw you in prison the second time. That's basically it. So if we can, of course, go buy groceries and stuff like that, but just the real problem is if you have more than one person in the car, because if you're just alone in your car, you can always say like, I'm going to the supermarket or going somewhere, but you're not allowed to have more than one person in the car. Okay, but let's end this depressing topic and let's start with the more fun thing. DeFi. So
DeFi is not fun. It's serious business.
it's serious business. It's so serious that if you try to trade options in a DeFi dApp, you lose all your money basically.
Wait, which DeFi thing are you talking about right now? There's quite a few that.
Yeah, well, Charlie, what was the name?
Just today, there's one thing called Hegic Options, I think it's called. I think they launched yesterday doing like options contract on whatever DeFi options contract, and then today they announced like big huge warning that they have a typo in their code. So if the options expire, the money is stuck. You can't withdraw it anymore. So they're asking everyone to exercise their options to pull the money out right away before the options expire.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What was the typo?
In the code, they just use the wrong variable name. It's supposed to be options IDs, and they just use options.length, something like that. And it's
I thought it was like option IDs, and they were supposed to use option ID, like without the S.
Yeah,
It was
option
really
ID instead of option IDs. It's very
stupid typo.
It's a legit typo. I mean, could happen to anybody building decentralized finance.
Yeah, except you should test your code and before you launch it on mainnet and tell everyone to use it.
But it's more badass to test in production, right?
Well, the best part is they try to be true DeFi and they didn't have admin key, so they can't even fix it.
So the one DeFi project that actually has no backdoor, there's no joke there. It's all
No, well, actually, it probably has a backdoor. They just don't realize that they built in a backdoor, probably.
Also, like, here's the reality, right? It doesn't matter if they use an admin key or not, because they can just say, oh, hey, guys, we messed up this old contract. Here's the new one that you need to switch to. And it's not like people are going to go, no, we want to stay with the old one.
Yeah, it's pretty much centralized. But that's the thing about, that's my complaint about DeFi, right? It's just, it's hard to write code that is perfect. And unless you have perfect working code, you either need an admin key to fix any mistakes, or just it has to be fully centralized, because if anything happens, you have to get everyone to upgrade to a new contract or do something about, like, if there's a hack. So it's just too hard.
Yeah, but actually, the reason why this was on our agenda was because of another DeFi project. It just happens that this this incident happened today. It was because of dForcenet. So they had all their Ethereum and other tokens stolen because they used ERC 777 instead of something else. I honestly don't know. I know they copy pasted a lot of from the Latin DeFi dApp, something like that.
All you need to know is DeFi project fucked up. Don't need the details.
Yeah, we don't need to do
We're kid friendly. DeFi project had an oopsie.
Okay. Right.
The funny thing about this was that Multicoin Cap invested in it, just put a lot of money in it, announced it, and less than a week later, they got hacked and lost everything because of stupidity. And in the end, of course, they got the money back because the hacker was so stupid that he logged in or used this real IP on another exchange. So they basically found him. And then he was like, oh no, I'll send you back all the coins and the tokens and whatever.
I think that really speaks to the level of hacker. I mean, this is like total script kiddie amateur hour stuff.
Well, I posted that.
These are the guys nailing this.
I posted the GIF of the kid hitting the piñata, but that's kind of like what it is, right? They're just kind of like poking at it, and they're not really hardcore hackers either.
Well, I mean, you know why? Because the vulnerability that happened was actually the same one as the DAO hack. It's the same kind of hack where was it like the withdrawal code calls the method itself. So when it when there's an exception thrown, something happens, you subtract from the amount without actually subtracting the actual coin. So it's a very similar hack to the DAO hack. So it's not that smart of a hack because people already know about it. And I think that's the thing about this new Ethereum token is it's not protected against that kind of hacks. So people using it need to be careful. And these guys weren't careful because they were copying code and they just added this new thing.
But if you look at the system as a whole, it functions quite well, you know, get hacked, attacker returns the funds, the incentive structure works.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, I mean, it's like in this case, 2 wrongs does make a right. They weren't secure, they got hacked, and they weren't private, and privacy helped them get the money back. So 2 wrongs makes a right.
Yeah.
Two wrongs makes a Craig right.
Oh, there's a lot of wrongs.
This is one of those dad jokes that people complain about.
For us, too many dad jokes.
Yeah.
It would be worse. We could have made an Asian joke and said 2 wrongs make a right.
That was a fun one back in the day, like 10 years ago.
We have 2 Asians on the show. How can we resist?
But then it's 2 Asians make a white, 2 whites. Nah, that doesn't work.
No, okay.
Before
we get into racist stuff, there's one There's one guy asking if he should get spicy ramen or Mexican for food.
Go with
I
the
say
ramen.
Mexican. I would go for Mexican. Anyway, so thank
How
you
much
for
money did he
watching.
pay us to
And now we're
answer this question?
nothing.
Nothing, and we still answered it.
Yeah. We do stuff for free sometimes.
Occasionally.
And now we want to thank our sponsor, which is Bitstamp. So Ricardo, take it away.
Did you prepare?
Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry, I've got my notes. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Okay, I have to become one with the universe. I think I'm one with the universe. Here goes. Choosing the right trading venue is all about good liquidity and useful products. And there's plenty of both waiting for you at Bitstamp, the world's longest running Bitcoin exchange. Get Bitstamp's top-rated mobile app for a mix of intuitive trading tools and advanced charting features, or do it old school style on their webpage. Not technical enough for you? Don't worry. Connect to one of Bitstamp's industry-leading lineup of APIs to get a taste of the quality of service that makes this exchange a cornerstone of the crypto industry. To trade with confidence on a reliable, stable, and highly liquid exchange, visit bitstamp.net or download the mobile app, whatever floats your boat. And trust me, I know an awful lot about boats.
That was good.
That was good.
For
That
first
was good.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
It was not really a funny voice, but overall, good job.
We'll fix it in
Can't
post.
always do a funny voice. I mean, like sometimes you got to do a serious voice.
We'll fix it later.
Bitstamp is very serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually one of our first sponsors that offered to sponsor for MCC 2020. So thanks, Bitstamp.
Yeah.
Even
Thanks,
though we had to send their money back because that's not MCC 2020.
But
Yeah,
there's an
thank you,
MCC
Corona.
2021.
Yes, there will be.
And there might be a virtual reality MCC 2020.
That is a possibility.
But we'll never know.
Never.
Because it's just going to be the five of us talking to each other. Oh no, there's four of us.
There's 5 of us. How much did you drink, Will Panda?
Well,
Okay,
Panda,
I-
put down the disinfectant.
I can explain this. I'm looking at Zoom, and there are five things on Zoom because Samsung is connected twice. That makes sense.
You know you can hide the other Samsung, right? Hide. Click on it, right click on it, hide non-video participant.
So okay, let's continue before I just say anything more stupid. No wait, that doesn't
Oh, wait.
work.
That doesn't work that way.
Okay, so let's talk about Purse. So Purse announced that they were going to shut down, and there have been rumors already for a while. And Amazon cut the affiliate fees a while back, so most people assumed it was because of that Purse was not profitable anymore because of that. But let's not forget that they were also in the big block camp and attacked Bitcoin numerous of times. And then suddenly, a couple of days ago, there was a message that they were talking to investors. And I'm going to assume that it's Roger Ver, because most of their traffic was coming from Bcash, I'm going to guess. So I think pretty soon they will announce that Roger Ver bailed them out because they were using it so much. Roger said he spent 100K on Purse itself and purchases. So what are you guys thinking about Purse and the potential takeover?
How can you buy 100K
did you
worth
use
of
it before?
stuff? How can you buy 100K worth of stuff on Amazon though?
I mean, he's paid like $1,000 in fees, so it's
You
easy
can
to-
buy cars on Amazon, can't you?
I don't know. Maybe he was buying hand sanitizer when it was like $1,000 each too.
Give
Or
me
like
all of the
reselling
toilet paper. I will take 70 million rolls.
Yeah. Well, you need it to wipe the Bcash off your.
Ash
Get friendly.
of your ash, Bcash of your ash.
Yeah.
So, did you guys ever use it, and what do you think about it? Any experience with it, or what do you think now about the potential takeover?
I never actually used it, but I've known them before the 2x stuff. So first of all, a lot of people I think forgot that they kind of backstabbed Bitcoin by jumping on the Bcash train back in the day, and they took money from Bitmain. They made the they pushed that extension block proposal to try to what was it, to help or reach a compromise
proposal, right?
Yeah. And then they did a whole bunch of Bcashy stuff back in the day. I think a lot of people forget about that, but I think it's good. It's better that they're gone.
Well, they're not gone.
But they're not gone, yeah.
Well, more gone than they were before.
I've actually used Purse way back when. It's kind of hard to use because you have to. I think it's still the same. You have to add what you want to buy on a wish list, and then publish that wish list, and then publish on the site and get people, and basically set a price like 25% below whatever the price is. And if someone wants to buy it for you, they kind of go through the order. They send it to you as a gift, right? They buy it from your wish list, send it to you as a gift, and then you have to pay the Bitcoins to them. It's kind of very complicated, and it just seems I think it's really hard to use.
But you're paying Bitcoin, but the guy buying it for you is using Amazon gift cards, right?
Yes.
It's like a very...
Or they can use whatever they want, right? So, but they're most likely using Amazon gift cards that they somehow got for cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talking about that...
Stolen credit cards.
Yeah, well, exactly. So it's been like a public secret for a very long time that people using stolen credit cards to get Bitcoin back in a way. So they buy stuff with stolen credit cards on Amazon for you, and they get Bitcoin in return. Or they use the stolen credit cards to buy Amazon gift cards and then get Bitcoin in return.
So the whole business model was a bit rickety, and I think also Amazon
rickety.
Yeah, not that Rick, but
Yeah, you called me.
Not stable. But what else is it? Amazon also cut fees, right? Their referral fees or affiliate fees. Yeah.
And that's, people were speculating that's the reason why Purse is not decided to shut down, because they're not able to make that much money.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing is, so Roger is an early investor of Purse. So if the company wasn't doing well, they should have reached out to their investors to see if there's anything that can be done. So Roger probably already knew about this, like before they announced the shutdown or the closing of the company. So I'm just surprised that after that, Roger is going to step in after they did the announcement.
But Roger's also not doing that well, right? They laid off 50% of their staff.
Yeah, I mean, it's the investor doesn't necessarily have to be Roger. It could be someone else. Yeah. I would find it odd, though, that, you know, with Amazon slashing their affiliate fees, that the business model in its currently maybe not so viable state picks up an investor or two. That just seems odd.
But it was Roger that was posting it on that it was saved. So I'm really gonna guess it was him. I'm just gonna speculate, of course. But well, I mean, it also makes sense because he's been pushing it. He posts about Purse like once per month on RBTC and stuff like that. So that makes sense because people use it to dump Bcash.
But why would you use a stolen credit card to earn Bcash?
And then dump that Bcash for Bitcoin.
Why not just use the stolen credit card to get Bitcoin?
I don't know, man. People are weird.
Okay.
So maybe there's like some sort of level of separation because you're shipping something to someone else with a stolen credit card, and so it doesn't tie back to you. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Well,
maybe.
I just remember another thing that's really kind of hard to use purse is that you can't return things, right? It's because you got it as a gift. So if anything goes wrong, it's just really hard to get it fixed or to return it. I've actually never tried, but I assume it's just next to impossible to return it because it was a gift from an anonymous person.
Okay. And that anonymous person was a scammer. There was some interesting Monero news this week. So the Monero movie hit number 1 or number 2 on the charts.
Number 1 on the
Number
in the
1
box
on
office.
Yeah,
biggest
cool.
biggest earner over the weekend or whatever it was. Okay, so story time. So Justin Aronoff, who is one of the he works on some of the Monero work groups, or volunteers for some of the Monero work groups. He also hosts the Monero Coffee chat and that sort of thing. Being a long time Monero supporter. He noticed that, like, of course, all the box office numbers were through the floor because all the cinemas in the States are shut down. And so in the matter of like a week or two, he managed to like make a movie, which is effectively just like a talk that Daniel Kim gave at, I think it was CCC, I can't remember. Anyway, that made this movie, released the movie, self-published it, and then got a bunch of cinemas to show it, like not a lot, like 3 or 4 cinemas to show it, to have actual showings at the cinema, but no one was there to see it. But they still had to show it at the cinema, and you could buy tickets for it using Monero or credit card or PayPal or whatever. And so then you paid for your ticket even though you weren't at the cinema. And because of that, then they racked up like $3,500 in box office sales, and it became the #1 movie in America by box office numbers.
So that guy, what's his name again?
Justin Aronoff.
No, the guy in the film.
Oh, Daniel Kim.
Daniel Kim. So he's actually a real guy, like a.
Yeah.
I thought he was an actor hired to portray you, and I thought the casting was horrible.
Yes, yeah. That's the casting would be slightly off then.
So the story is Monero users are so private that they will buy a ticket to a movie and not show up.
Exactly. And so Vice did an article on it. It's gotten some interesting media coverage. I mean, it's like to, you know, kudos on him seeing the opportunity and going for it. I thought that was very cool, and it's gotten a lot of it's got a lot of people talking, which is, you know, I mean, what more do you want than people thinking about this stuff, especially at a time like this?
Charlie did a movie too, right? You guys are totally in the entertainment business now. Yeah,
the Litecoin Foundation is executive producer for a movie that just came out. Yeah, it's called
You should have it shown in. You should have it shown in cinemas, and then, you know, become the #1 movie in America.
We should have. We weren't as smart as you guys.
Super cheap. I know a guy that you can talk to, and he can help you out with it.
Yeah.
So what was the name of the movie?
We Summon the Darkness.
Monero. Oh, and the Monero one. Pick one. The Monero one was Monero means money.
Okay, sounds very boring. Like not boring, artistic. You know, a lot of singing involved.
So has a single soul actually seen the movie?
Yes, yeah. I mean, like I saw his talk, so yeah. Anyone who's seen his talk has seen the movie. It's not like there's much extra in it. There's no like a post-credit scene where he's like, and then that's how I will get rich more.
Well, it'd actually been cooler if the whole movie is just a black screen for 2 hours.
One thing that I forgot to point out is Daniel Kim scored the end credits as well. So I mean, it has an original score. They should totally release an album on like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff.
So Daniel Kim is the guy from Lost, right? Is that
the guy from Lost? No.
No.
No, he's a Monero guy.
Okay. You know, there's an actor called Daniel Kim from Lost, right?
Okay, so it's not an actor. Like for like the third time, guys. Not an actor. They took someone.
So he was an actor.
On Monero.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to you when you were talking. So.
Clearly. Charlie,
you know,
like, where's the love, bro? Where's the love? I mean, like, now I've got to repeat myself all over again. Okay, so there's this guy, Daniel Kim.
I'll go watch
Not an
the
actor.
video later on.
Okay. So actually, yes.
Okay,
You know,
moving on.
the reason why we're not really following each other now is because we get more distracted by the live chat, I guess.
That's true.
So we're just reading live
that's
chat
true.
while the other person is talking, not really listening to each other.
Yes.
I'm talking to
YouTube
some guy
people,
about Company Heroes
stop
right
talking
now.
YouTube.
Okay, moving on. So Charlie, you won a poker tournament. Congratulations! You made a lot of money,
Thank you.
but
I
not sure
made,
for yourself.
I lost $100, even though I won a tournament.
So what was it for, and who did you play?
It's the COVID-19 charity poker tournament for crypto. So it was a Bitcoin Tuesday. It's doing like the donation to COVID with crypto, and a group created a poker tournament for like whoever wants to join. The entry fee is $100. $50 goes towards the donations, and $50 goes towards the pot. And a couple of days ago, I won the tournament.
So you got the pot.
Yeah, the pot is the first place prize is about like $5,000, but I'm gonna donate that to the COVID charities.
Yeah, of course, $5,000, and you're selling a spaceship.
Yeah, well, I don't need $5,000. I can't do anything with it on the spaceship.
So how was the tournament? Was it challenging or easy?
It's not too bad. Actually, it was actually not too hard, to be honest. It's because I got a few lucky hands, and I was the dominant chip leader for near the end. So, you know, a lot of people actually don't really know how to play like tournament poker, especially ones where the blinds go up so fast. I don't know if you guys play poker, but with tournament, if the blinds go up really fast, you have to really play your chip stack, less so than your cards. Right? If you have, if people have low chips, low stacks, like not a lot of chips in front of them, they're more conservative, right? They're not gonna call your all in or your raise because they want to stay in the tournament. So when near the end, you have to be more aggressive and actually just take advantage of that chip stack. So given my chip stack near the end, it was actually pretty easy to be very aggressive and basically chip away at all the people who don't have a lot of chips.
So you chipped away the chips. Okay.
Yep.
I think we have to give a shout out to Bitcoin Jake for giving us $2. That's how the live streams work, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that you had that option on YouTube. I thought it was like
First time I've ever seen that. It's BSV, right? $2 worth of BSV.
It better not be.
I wonder how much YouTube is actually, what kind of cut YouTube is taking from that.
Yeah, we end up with 3 cents from that.
he donated $2,000. We get to. So thank you, Bitcoin Jake. We will buy.
We'll treasure
it. One face mask with it.
Half
toilet
that
roll.
face mask.
A toilet roll. I honestly don't know how much toilet rolls are. One for each?
Yeah.
No idea.
Who buys their own like supplies here? I do, but I just never look at the price.
I buy some.
Okay, that makes me sound really bad.
I have a guy.
Yeah, a toilet roll guy.
Well, I mean,
Toilet roll guy.
I don't think many people actually try to calculate how much each roll of toilet paper costs, right? So you just buy toilet paper without really looking at the price.
Yeah,
I would say
just buy
most
like
people.
100 rolls.
Says the guy that won the
Take them
poker
rolls.
tournament.
The poker
Big
tournament
money.
had like 280 people. It was actually pretty cool. You guys should play next time. They're doing it like every 2 weeks or so. Half the money goes towards charity, so it's good for everyone. It's fun.
So what is it? What does it look like exactly? It's not a video, right? So you're not like bluffing. You're just an avatar, right?
They have
it's like online poker.
They use Poker Stars, so it's online poker, but there's also a like a chat program. I think it's called Remo, where you can log in and do video chat with whoever's playing or whoever just wants to chat. So I was actually doing both. So I was chatting with some people that are playing on my table, and also some random people who just wanted to chat. Yeah, but you can.
I know how to play poker. I just never, like, not competitively. Just with friends, I would lose very fast.
We should play.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
This just sounds like a way for Charlie to take everyone's money. So
And give it to charity.
You never play
He's
with
like,
Again.
yeah, Charlie's like, oh man, it was really easy. It was so easy. I just, like at the end, I was just like, I had so many giant chips overflowing. I didn't know what to do with them, so I could just like mess around. And then he's like, you guys should play with me sometime. I'm really bad at this.
Exactly. Like when the poker champion says, let's play a game. That's when you say no. It's common sense.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you have to be lucky to win at poker also. You have to be good and also lucky. If you're, yeah. So I had a few hands that were pretty lucky. And
so the lucky guy who's good at poker is saying, let's play a game.
Yeah.
Well, I was invited to like a high roller game in Satoshi Roundtable. They immediately said, no, thank you. It's like all rich guys and who play poker often. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't think they took advantage of some drunk people this year. I heard
about that.
Yeah. That's messed up, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. Did you guys buy a lot of oil or something?
I bought a tanker.
Oh.
I mean, as you know, I like boats. I've lost the tanker though. I have no idea where it is. I'm very bad at keeping boats.
Yeah, you're talking about oil going to negative, right?
Yes, of course, I'm talking about oil goes. I mean, I didn't really have any other topics anymore. So at least Bitcoin cannot go negative. But then, as people pointed out, if it's in certain situations, it can be. If it's a physical delivery, if Bitcoin delivery, and the fees are extremely high, in theory, it could end up that you're paying to get Bitcoin.
No, I don't think you can, because the Bitcoin fees need to be paid by the sender, right?
Yes,
So
yes. But
even the
like
fees are really high, you can receive it for free, right? Unlike oil, the reason why oil price went negative is because you can't afford to receive it. Well, there's actually I heard you actually have to pay for the barrels. Like they would just dump oil into your barrels. So if you don't have barrels prepared for delivery, then you can't even accept the oil.
Yeah, and the barrels have to be there at the.
Most people don't know
Colorado?
how like the commodity futures contract work. If you own a share of the oil futures contract, which is I think 100 barrels, and you don't sell it before the contract expires, you actually have to take delivery within like a week or a month. And so if some people actually, most people can't trade these futures, but if you manage to actually hold on to a contract of oil futures that expires, then you actually have to take delivery. Otherwise, you probably get sued.
Yeah, there were a couple of very funny posts on Reddit. You know, Wall Street Bets is a very, very good subreddit for that sort of posts where everyone brags about their or big wins or big losses. And there was a lot of talk about oil there. And the guy said like, oh, well, I just let it expire.
Yeah.
And then other people pointed out that he will get sued and stuff like that for not picking, if he doesn't pick up his oil.
Yeah, pretty crazy stories, but I think most people aren't able to take advantage of negative oil prices because it's the futures contract that people can't play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that they're gonna pay you to put gas in your car. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Yeah.
What they should have done is paid out in Bitcoin to take the oil, and then I'm sure Like a lot of Bitcoiners would be sitting on a barrel of oil right now.
Can we get not like oil-fueled miners?
Yeah, that's one option. I mean, it's really, if you can actually get that oil and get paid for it, then why not, right? But it's crude, so it's not that great. You have to refine
crude.
it
It's very difficult to handle as well. Like it's very bad for everything. So
I mean, for us, we already get blasted for mining Bitcoin with clean energy. I mean, if we were mining Bitcoin with oil, it'd be even worse.
Actually, it will be a good thing. We will burn to the oil faster, so we're forced to clean up and use green energy later. Okay, so I have one more topic. I don't know if you want to discuss it.
No.
Okay, let's not talk about it.
Okay, let me show you some stuff. I got some cool toys.
What's the other topic that you're not going to talk about?
No, wait, yeah, I want to know the topic. Why does Samson get to show stuff before we hear the topic?
Why
Okay, what's
did
your topic?
Samson know?
Don't stand for that, Whale Panda. Stand up for yourself.
I just wanted to cut him off. I don't know what the topic is either.
Craig Wright being autistic and using it as an excuse to as to why he was lying in court.
Yeah, that's pretty lame.
I think he probably meant artistic and just misspelled it.
Typo. The typo strike again.
He's like a bad smart contract.
Yeah. See, I don't understand how autism makes you forge stuff. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, the best part is that he's saying he's autistic, so he can't lie. He just can't lie.
Oh, what's the defense?
That I thought that I don't know if that's a defense, but that's something he said. He's autistic and he just can't lie.
See, if he was artistic, I could believe it, because one of his things was he had like a stack of he had the Satoshi white paper. It was like aged. There's like coffee stains on it, and you know that
was very artistic.
Rusty Staples. That's very artistic work.
Yeah, like 6 to 8 years old. You know that level of art, but still artistic nonetheless.
Exactly.
But I am looking forward to how it's going to turn out now in the IRA case. Also because Jimmy got summoned and then he tried to hide everywhere from the couriers. And the judge still forced him now to appear within 5 days or within 7. I don't know. I saw someone tweeted about today or yesterday evening. The lawyer, what's his name?
It's quite entertaining to follow the Craig Wright lawsuit.
It is, but at the same time, I don't want to give him too much attention either. I'm just curious as to what's going to happen. Is he going to end up in jail? Is Jimmy gonna... Jimmy is a lawyer, so he knows that if he actually messes with the judge, it will be bad for him. So I'm just interested in what's going on. Oh, Podcat is here.
I think the whole Craig Wright thing is going to wrap up pretty soon, though. It can't drag out much longer than this. Maybe a few more months at tops.
Let's hope so. And yeah, so okay, show me your toys, Samson.
Okay. So we now have magical crypto toys. They're plastic. So these are
made from oil.
Made from oil. So we actually got paid to make these from crude oil. Here's Fluffy Pony. And here's Charlie. He's sitting down because his legs are too thin to stand and not break.
Why are my glasses blue?
These are prototypes. We'll get the real ones soon. And here's the lion. But yeah, hopefully we can put these in the store. If you want a toy, like a plastic toy, then this is it.
They're only going to cost about $200 a piece, so pretty cheap.
Yeah, after hyperinflation.
Just one Bcash.
Yeah. So,
okay, so
no more topics?
Yeah, no, we're out of topics. Unless you guys know something. We can take some questions from our fans, the people who are watching. Only 92 people are watching us. 93. Okay, going up.
So there's a question on YouTube. Is there a segment where Charlie does a commercial for his bro's wallet?
Then his bro needs to pay us first.
The answer is no. I'm not doing a segment for someone's wallet.
Even if it is family, you don't care about family. You're a 3 times poker champion and you will do whatever you want.
Exactly.
And then Samson, there was a question which you already answered in the chat, but but it was asked nonetheless. Why do you have that Company of Heroes article framed behind you? Were you an artist for that game?
No, I was not an artist. I did the game balance for Company of Heroes. So it's a RTS game. That's actually a PC Gamer cover. I think we got on the cover, best RTS game of all time. Something like that.
Of all time, huh?
Yeah.
Because no other games will ever be released.
Well, Infinite Fleet will top that. So we'll see.
And you have to
Actually,
take that PC Gamer down.
Yeah.
Actually, what Ricardo just said remind me of another thing that you can talk about. So how are you guys liking remote work? Because I've been working by myself for like the last 10 years from home, and I have no issues whatsoever. I mean, I'm used to this. I'm productive when I need to be. But some people are complaining like, oh, I'm not productive at home. I cannot focus. Do you guys see that in the future it will change?
Will Panda, trading is not working.
I make money. What else are you gonna call it?
Gambling.
Okay, but I mean still. So because I also saw now some companies in San Francisco, in Silicon Valley, are now quite happy with the results of, or surprised by the results of their employees working at home, that they're more productive than they expected. So maybe soon everyone can start working, at least for who it's possible, obviously, can start working from home.
I think I'm the only one that can answer this question, because Rick doesn't work, Charlie doesn't work. So
but I can tell you from my perspective at our companies, we've basically now we've already started negotiating with the landlords of the various offices that we have to either move to smaller offices or to consolidate some of the offices. There's one office park where we're on 2 different floors, and we're going to move down to 1 floor and just turn everything into virtual, like hot desks or hot offices, really, because we don't do open plan. I think open plan is garbage. And I think that people will come in, maybe once or twice a week. I think that people with kids will probably come in more than those that don't have kids, just to sort of get out the house. And we're moving completely to remote where we can. There's one company where we need to have physical, like a physical showroom, but everything else is going remote, work from home.
Yes, so there's going to be a lot of empty office buildings soon.
Which company needs physical showroom? Not Globy.
No, so I have a luxury car sales and storage company, dealership basically, and can't really sell cars. I mean, at the moment we're shut down, you can't sell cars, not allowed to. But you can't. It's very difficult to do that online, so you kind of need to be physically there.
Yeah.
Well, you're no Tesla, so.
So for Blockstream, I think it's not a big deal.
Even though you're in South Africa, you're not Elon Musk.
I know.
Fluffy.
I'm not.
Cheap versions of Elon Musk.
Fluffy, on chat, someone named Circumnavigator asks, Fluffy Pony, what's your favorite episode of My Little Pony?
Never watched an episode, so I have no idea.
Oh, wait. Samson wanted to add something about Blockstream. As long as you're not chilling any products, it's
hey,
fine.
You're asking about remote work. So I'm going to answer the question.
Let me tell you about Liquid. Blockstream Liquid. Oh, it's so cool.
So when we do our remote work on Liquid, we're already very distributed, so it doesn't really matter. We just close our offices down, and we don't have any plans to reopen them yet, but we generally can function online pretty well. Everything has been remote workable anyways. And for Pixelmatic, like things are back to normal in China, so everyone's back in the office. The only difference is we're wearing masks, and I think China's fine right now because no one can get into China, so they can contain it. Like nobody can get back into China. Even if you have a residence permit, you can't go in right now. So it's really a challenge for that side. But the question is when they open up again, and when we see like a next wave of outbreaks, then the question is like, do we want to keep an office? And that's something we're debating. We might want to do something similar to what Rick is doing, which is downsize the office and just have people come in periodically or when you start. But I mean, transitioning is not bad because if you work together with people for some time, you have that that working relationship and that rhythm. So just moving to remote work is not a big deal. The question is, if you're expanding the team, which we're going to be doing, how do the new people get to sample the culture and to get to know people from remote from day one, which is a bit trickier.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it was like we were doing a show together for a year before I met Charlie. That's also something. You can always have like chat. You can chat together.
Yeah, I mean the whole Litecoin Foundation is remote. Everyone's remote, so I work with people remotely for like years before I've even met them, or some people I've never actually met in person. So it works.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic that's going to change the world, I guess, in a way. And I guess we're going to be able to buy cheap real estate soon. Yay!
Yeah, I mean the Silicon Valley real estate, I can't imagine it not going down for a while, right? Companies realize you actually don't all have to be in the Silicon Valley, so they're going to be hiring a lot of remote workers, and I think it's good for people buying houses in Silicon Valley and other places that are really popular, right?
Yeah. Okay. Any more questions?
There was a question about metal backups.
Oh, we talked about it already so many times.
Okay.
Have you guys ever used metal EC backups? Yes, I have. That's
yes.
the end of that topic. Okay.
Yeah. Do you think the market will go down below 6K based on your experience?
I don't provide financial advice in the show.
No.
Buy Bitcoin.
I'd say maybe.
I don't think it's possible. My running prediction now is 10K by halving.
No.
Well, I said that a couple weeks ago.
We should talk about the halving because that's going to happen before our next show.
We should do a show on the halving.
Well, first you guys need to learn to call it halving, not halving, and then we
halving.
can talk.
Yes, we should call it halving.
Or the halvening, right?
I don't like the halvening.
So no, I personally don't expect the price to go below 6K before, but you know the markets are crazy now, and for some reason, the same algorithms working on the stock market are also working on the Bitcoin market apparently. Although now the last week we've seen some decoupling, but I don't think it's
quite surprising how correlated the Bitcoin price has been with S&P and the market in general. That's kind of new and surprising to me.
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected.
But it was only during the big drop in March.
No. After that as well.
After that, it was very correlated.
The last couple of days, like
Still
Wednesday,
pretty
Thursday,
correlated.
Friday, it was less so, but
yeah,
it's been interesting because I've been trading stocks as well. So actually making more with stocks than with Bitcoin, but
well, stocks are trading like shit coins now. So.
Yes, exactly, and that's awesome. You know, like 20% swings on a day. That's like perfect.
Yeah.
It's like I've been waiting for this. I've been preparing for this for like 6 years, and now it's happening. So it's perfect.
Now's your time. This is your
Bitcoin
moment.
has been surprisingly stable the past few weeks.
Well, we're up now. We're at 75 something.
Yeah. I don't expect to see 10K before halving. Halving? halvening. I
We'll
don't
see.
know.
Halving.
And I also don't expect it to pump immediately after. I think it will take a couple of months before we see the results of the halving. Miners will sell less. If the demand stays the same, obviously, orange coin numbers go up.
We will see. I think 10K around the halving, either before or after.
So soon?
Yeah.
Don't take it financial advice from him.
It's not advice. It's a prediction.
Yeah, prediction. Any other questions? Do you guys think that Bitcoin can be a safe haven during a further market collapsing? Well, we've seen that it actually just follows the same as the other classical markets. And the problem is that there's liquidity in the USD, so everyone was exiting their risky positions, which Bitcoin is also, to USD. I think that it's mostly done for now, but who knows?
Well, it's a long-term like safe haven, right? Like short
Yeah,
term,
exactly.
it can crash, but if you hold it for long term, it should be fine.
Because even gold dumped as well, even though it's up now on like 13% this year, it also dumps on certain big moves. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is the only safe haven because it can't be seized or manipulated.
And Litecoin.
You have to shield it.
Ricardo, what percentage of crypto portfolio do you recommend being in Monero?
I don't recommend anyone buys Monero unless they have a use for it. So, I don't know.
So
Crypto
only for
portfolio is a
drug
bit of a
dealers.
misnomer, right? I've always felt that like crypto as an asset class isn't the same as crypto as an investment. And I think if you're looking to invest, it's really hard because like you can invest in property and you can, like lose a bunch of money, but you can also just own a house as an asset and that's okay. So I kind of think that crypto as an asset class is like the way I view it now, not so much crypto as an investment to somehow make more dollars. So yeah, people must, in terms of assets, people can vary it based on their particular use cases and really what trade-offs they're comfortable with. I mean, Monero makes different trade-offs to Bitcoin, and people need to make a decision based on that.
Actually, talking about you and Monero, for some reason you were on the top of RBTC yesterday. It was your turn, finally.
We all have a turn. we rotate.
How was the experience? How does it feel to be called Samson's friend? I mean, how does it feel?
I mean, it's kind of odd. It's not like I talk to Samson every day. I mean, like we talk pretty often.
You want to, but I don't have time.
Yeah, he's just, he's just so busy with his infinite fleet and liquid and stuff, and just doesn't have time for me. But it's, I mean, that conversation ends up just getting dumb because it's like, they're like, explain yourself, justify why you invested money in a company that has an Ethereum token. It's as if I need to justify anything I spend my money on to anyone, particularly like a bunch of Redditors on RBTC.
The best was when you succumb to peer pressure. They criticize you for having a photo up on Twitter of you, me, and Will Panda, and you change it to a boat.
Yeah, but it's been a boat for like 6 months.
Really?
Yes. That was from like Consensus 2017, and eventually I was like, okay, I might as well change it.
Wait,
Yeah,
Samson,
it's
you
good.
look at
It's
his
good
Twitter
that you
profile?
changed it.
No, they said it. They posted. I didn't check.
It's good that you changed it because I lost a lot of weight since then. So I look better
Yeah,
now.
that picture was totally unrealistic. I mean, like Whale Panda is half that size now.
But that was a
Yeah.
great picture. It was us doing the Dragon's Den D.
Double Dragon's Den.
That was a pretty nerdy picture, to be honest.
Yeah, but we are nerds.
So, okay, are you guys ready for the real question? How does 5G affect the body? Are you guys 5G truthers? Are you going out there destroying the 5G antennas?
Well, 5G gives you coronavirus, so be careful.
That's a question. Does 5G affect crypto? Yeah, it does. It makes Bitcoin mining more efficient.
How?
You can mine in the desert using a 5G connection.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, we're probably the last 4 people on Earth that you should be asking whether 5G hurts your body.
I think that
because you're in space.
Because we're not in the industry of wireless transmissions.
Yeah. But if
I
you
would
think
know.
it does, then drink some bleach. It counters it.
Well, the funny thing about
Okay,
this 5G thing is that people are showing like the graph of how many the population getting coronavirus with the graph of like 5G, and it's like it's so correlated. But then it's
Yeah.
also correlated with everything, right? It's just because there's more people there, you have more coronavirus cases.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Samson, stop telling people to drink bleach, because you know that certain YouTube channels got removed and stuff like that. So want to be a bit careful.
I was just listening to Charlie's President.
His buddy.
I don't have a president. I have an emperor. His name is Emperor Palpatine.
Okay, now you're going really nerdy. Do you guys think we will see more advances in transmission of blockchain information, like more satellites, radio, mesh networks?
I'd say yes. Novak's working on radio stuff all the time. For satellites, like right now there's only Blockstream satellite, but hopefully other people would set it up too. The code is all open source, so you just have to lease space and run it.
So spend money, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's we are starting to hit the upper bounds of like of what what we can do from that, because there's not a lot of stuff out there except like radio, and I mean you can point lasers at each other and that sort of thing. But I kind of think that we're going to start to see more stuff like Starlink, but that'll just be normal internet. So you'll be able to take advantage of it, and it'll make the Bitcoin network more robust. But it's not going to require a different protocol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's quantum entangled communications.
You want to explain that?
No, that's above my pay grade.
Whale Panda and Fluffy Pony can explain quantum entanglement.
Yeah. No.
No, I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's okay. But you can explain to us how to trade quantum entanglements.
Yes.
So there's that.
Just buy it, long it. 100x, BitMEX,
Quantum entanglement.
Bitstamp, Bitsy.
2 objects that are connected in quantum. So if one flips, the other will flip, no matter how far away it is.
Yeah.
So information can travel faster than the speed of light.
Instantaneous communication.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we're running low on questions. So I guess it's time to wrap it up.
Yep.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Thank you very much for watching on the 37th episode. And stay tuned, because we might have some more announcements soon that we cannot announce yet now. Wink, wink. Samson, wink.
Oh yeah, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Soon.
Soon. Because actually, Consensus is doing an all virtual thing. It's not virtual. It's like remote, I guess. They're just doing.
Yeah, but it's
Zoom?
just like Zoom or something
Yeah.
like Zoom.
Okay.
The thing is,
If we
you
ever
want to
do
do virtual,
something like that.
if you want to do a virtual conference, it's actually quite difficult. All the VR tech is not very mature. All the platforms out there, they can get you somewhere, but not all the way. They're not customizable, and it's really difficult. Like I think any virtual conference is probably going to be more like Zoom or that one that happened a couple days ago or a week ago. It was like you're watching some guy on a screen while you're in VR, which is kind of lame too. So there's a.
I mean, but you know what? To be fair, I mean, even the teleconferencing stuff is like really struggling. I hosted a Zoom music evening. Well, I did the technical side of it yesterday, and we hit 1,000 people. And at 1,000 people, like just to like mute and unmute performers when it's their turn to play, was a total mission. And Zoom was wigging out all the time. We eventually had to lock the meeting. So and then the breakout rooms didn't work. Like you go to breakout rooms, and then it like assigned people to 3 breakout rooms, and then left 800 people in the room. So it's like and Zoom's the most mature thing that we have right now for something that large. So I think like if what we're doing there is so bad, I can only imagine the VR stuff is like a million times worse for anything more than like 10 people.
Yeah. Well, if someone was working on a VR conference, I think what they would be doing right now is a lot of technical work and R&D to fix some of those connectivity and networking issues.
Yeah, because even
If
Udi's-
someone were, but no one
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
But
no
if
one
they
is.
were, no one is. But if they were, that's what they'd be doing.
Yes.
Well, Udi is using Altspace, and it's like limited to 80, I believe 80 people.
No,
And then
it's
it's really crowded.
It's like 20
No?
or 30 people.
Yeah.
No,
there's more
Wasn't
than
it like
that.
50?
There's like I think 100.
There was
at the most.
80.
100?
There was 80.
I think they mirror the
Yeah.
rooms at that point.
No. It's one room. What they're doing is one. It's actually going on right now as we speak.
Oh.
The VR conference. They're doing another one today right now.
We're missing it to do this episode because we're that cool.
It started 15 minutes ago, so you guys can go check it out.
After we
Yeah,
finish.
it's just Lawrence and Udi. It's not that.
Oh, Lawrence.
deal.
All right.
Lawrence is fun when he's drunk.
Oh yeah.
On that note, I guess we better say bye.
Yeah.
Yes, go check it out. Thank you
Bye.
for watching. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
month.
Magical crypto.